Terry Kovel, and I'm at the Art Pottery Show, and I'm speaking to lots of people. Scott, I understand you're the expert on Van Briggle. You're certainly surrounded by a lot of it at the show, but I wanted to know what you think about things because you wrote the book.
Well, I think Van Briggle is still very collectible, particularly the early pieces, and most of them are dated up until about 1907. Then there's a period of wonderful pottery that is not dated, but it does have the design number on it. It says Van Briggle, Colorado Springs, and there's usually a finisher's number on either side of the AA mark, which the AA stood for Artisan and Van Briggle. And those are exceptional bargains at times.
But those are all in your, all those marks are shown in your book?
They are in the book, yes.
Yeah, most of them are in what we have in marks online, but not all of them. So if they're really serious about your subject, they got to see more.
Well, that's right. And some of the later pieces were done well, but not as many. Most of the great pieces are 1912 and before.
I happened to visit the Van Briggle factory because my son was at college in Colorado, and I bought one each of all those big ones, Despondency and all of those. And I guess those have even gone up in price, and that was in the 70s.
Well, they have gone up, and the figural pieces are particularly desirable, but they're more desirable if they're early and dated.
Oh, yes, that would be much better, and a color that they aren't doing anymore.
Right, that's right. There are a lot of colors they're not doing anymore. Okay.
Tell us, well, what do you want to tell us about it? Are there any fakes? Not here. Not here, but in general.
There are some fakes in Van Briggle, but not too many. You can usually tell when they're faked. They're not very well done, but there are some fakes that occasionally turn up. But these...
So how much is this one?
Well, this is a 1907 to 12 piece. It has no date, but it's a very nice color, very earth tone green, with a nice decoration on it. Small. It's actually has a little damage on it, but if it were perfect, it'd be somewhere between $500 and $800.
Really? They've gone up that much?
Yes, they have.
All right.
This is a copper-covered piece. They are extremely rare. They were made again in the 1907 to 12 period. Probably Kovel had something to do with putting the copper on.
Well, that would make sense.
And this is a decorated piece. Again, this is a little bit damaged, but this is still worth about $1,000. This is a mug from 1906. They made a series of these with eagles on them, and they're quite desirable, not very common. This is probably worth somewhere between $600 and $800.
Now that we've said this is a good thing to collect, he's giving you only the best, so you know you can get some things for less. Keep going. I like this.
Well, this is another 1907 to 12 piece. Dark green, very nice earth tone color. Goes well with arts and crafts furniture. This is a 1907 piece, decorated. It's design number 3. It was the third design that they made in the factory, which started in 1901. And it's white is an unusual color in the early years, so it's probably worth somewhere between $800 and $1,000. This is a nice piece because it has 3 or 4 colors and a nice sort of dragonfly design on it. Again, from the 1907 to 12 period. It's got some good size. Probably worth $1,000 to $1,500.
Wonderful, thank you. And I don't want to leave before we show them your book, which is A Collector's Guide to Van Briggle Pottery by Scott Nelson. Thank you.
Thank you. It's nice talking with you.